Here is what actually happens. Before you sleep at night, you replay the same problem you had that morning. The same conversation, the same regret, the same I should have said that. And you tell yourself, this is just how my mind works. I'm careful. I think things through, but let's be real. This is not intelligence. That is your own mind holding you hostage. Today, I will tell you exactly why overthinking is quietly destroying you and the five stoic steps that will shut that mental spiral down for good. So, let's begin. Before we solve this particular problem, it is important for us to understand the science behind this whole scenario. And whenever I think of this particular problem, it always reminds me one of the quote written by Marcus Aurelius. And the quote was, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Most people put this quote on their phone wallpaper, or most people frame it and put it somewhere on their house wall. But almost no one actually applies it, right? But here is what nobody tells you about overthinking. The problem is not just wasted time. Every time you loop the same thought over and over again, your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone. And cortisol directly destroys your ability to make good decisions. Think about it for a second. The more you overthink, the worse your decisions become. The worse your decision become, the more you have to overthink. And this is exactly the trap we are talking about. And who builds it? Your minds build it. The man who thinks the most acts the least. That is not wisdom, that is paralysis. But here is what Stoicism understood almost 2000 years ago. Biology can be redirected, and that is exactly what these five steps gonna do. So, step number one, observe the thought, do not believe it. Epictetus built his entire philosophy on just one idea. It's not things that disturb us, but our judgments about things. When a thought arrives, I am going to fail, or they are judging me, anything like these kind of thoughts, you are not required to accept it as truth. The Stoic technique is this: view the thought in third person. Instead of having inside it, step outside it. He is thinking he will fail. Is there actual evidence for that? Or is this just a fear wearing the mask of logic? And I'm telling you guys, in 99% of cases, it is just fear. Name it, and it immediately loses its grip. So, please always observe the thought, never just directly believe it. Now, let's move on to step number two, the 2-minute rule. If you cannot solve the problem right now, do not think about it right now. Every time a thought loops, ask yourself one question: can I act on this right now, or can I solve it right now? If yes, please work on it, solve it, act on it. If no, then schedule it. For example, I'll think about this tomorrow at 9 a.m. Psychologists call this worry postponement. It works because you're sending your brain a signal that this is important but not just right now. And the brain respects that instruction, right? Now, coming to step number three, when the mind is stuck, move the body. Stoicism has always known action is the antidote to anxiety. When you are spiraling, stand up, walk, splash some cold water on your face. This is not a spiritual advice. This is completely a neuroscience. Physical movement activates your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that handles rational overthinking or rational clear thinking. And when that activates, the amygdala, your fear and your anxiety center, automatically quiets down. You have felt this before. You go for a walk, and somehow the problem feels smaller when you return. This is not a coincidence. This is literally a chemical shift in your brain. Motion creates clarity. Stillness feeds the spiral. Now, since you have watched this video till here, I want you to give a pause for a 1 second and before we continue. If this video is giving you something real, hit the like button. This channel is not built for passive scrollers. It is built for the man who is done being average and ready to change. So that you know I can help you as a community. Now, let's step into step number 4. This is the most important and yet the most difficult lesson in Stoicism. Epictetus built his entire framework on a single line, and the line was, some things are up to us, some things are not. What is yours? Think about it. Your actions, your effort, your response. Okay, now what is not yours? Other people's opinions, outcome, timing, or luck. The overthinking, the overthinker obsesses over exactly the things that are not in his or her control. What will they think of me? What if this does not work out? If only I had made that decision sooner. The past is gone, my friend. Other people's judgment are not yours to manage. Thinking about them changes nothing at all. It only costs you clarity. So build this rule. If this is in your control, act on it. If this is outside of your control, let it go. Release it. Simple. Not easy, but simple. Now, quickly, step number 5. Build your anchor thought. Most people have never heard of this technique, and it is the most powerful one in the entire list I've walked you through so far. When you are in an overthinking spiral, you need a pre-decided thought that pulls you back to ground. Not an affirmation, not a mantra, a deliberate chosen sentence that belongs to you. So let's say if you ask me, like Sandeep, what is yours? So mine is like, I'm already enough. Everything else is optional. I don't need it. I myself is enough. Right? Every time the spiral starts, I consciously return to that thought. It does not suppress the anxiety, but it interrupts the loop. And the brain cannot spiral when the loop is broken. So, this is not something I'm doing it. This is not something I'm just telling you to do it. If you read about Stoicism, you'll get to know that Marcus Aurelius did every single day the same thing. His meditations were not philosophy for the world. They were his personal anchor thoughts, written to himself. For what? To stay grounded. You can do the same starting today. Write one sentence, make it yours, return to it. Right? Now, I want to say one thing clearly before we finish. The cure of overthinking is not suppression. Please, guys, don't take me wrong. It is not distraction, like focus somewhere else and then this will go. No, it will not go. It will be there and there itself. It is not even positive thinking. It is learning to respond. It is about not to react. When a thought arrives, you do not react to it. You pause. You observe. You decide whether it deserves your attention, your energy, your efforts or not. That is the core of Stoicism. That is what dark Stoicism actually means in practice, not just in theory. The weak man is a slave of his thoughts. The strong man is the observer of his thoughts. The weak man keeps thinking. The strong man acts. The difference between the two men is not talent. It is not luck. It is the decision made once, clearly about who is in charge. Your thoughts or you. So, if you have any thoughts or experience to share, I would love to hear them in the comment section below. And if you are serious about this journey, subscribe to this channel. Let your family and friends also know who need help. Every Thursday, one new harsh truth. No fluff, no average motivation, only the reality that will actually gonna change you. So, until I see you in the next one, thank you so much. for staying till this end of this video.